We have an interactive class, everybody, so pay attention. So I'm riding, right? Here we go. Imagine not shoulder checking or braking for the car with their blinker on. Okay, here we go. Doesn't have himself a rock form mount. Grab yourself a rock form mount, by the way. Links in the description. All right. No gear, so be a smart rider. Wear some gear. Oh, quick switch. Good job paying attention, because that stuff can happen. Now, I anticipate a lot of this stuff just based off of little itty-bitty clues. Little clues that I know some of you pick up that you do naturally, but you don't vocalize and kind of understand why you do it. And this is one of them. Exactly, drive or not, it's a pattern here. Here we go. So take a quick look up ahead. There's the brake lights with this vehicle. Okay. Whenever I see brake lights, I just get extra paying attentions and stuffs. I swear this medication is a little bit weird, making a little hyper. I pay attention. It piques my interest, and I start to look, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm not changing anything, but I go from just kind of scanning to like, what's that? And then I kind of go back a little bit. But I do pay attention. It does grab my attention. Movement, lights, grabs people's attention, and I play into it. I don't just sit there and say, oh, that's interesting, and then go on with my day. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, why? And that's what I want you guys to start doing. So there's that, and they're getting closer, so the van is getting closer, the van is getting closer. Now, what are we doing in our lane? This vehicle's still going, they're still going. Our lane is now becoming wide open. This is stopping. What do you think this person wants to do? If you were that van, you would want to switch over too, wouldn't you? Yeah, probably. So you would want to do it, and this is why you would want to do it. You would want to move over if you're this van, because this person right here on the very tippity top is slowing down to a stop pretty much to turn right. So you, if you're the van, anticipate, I don't want to stop here either. Hey, there's a big open spot here. I'm not very smart because I didn't pay attention to class, and I'm just going to go without checking my mirrors. Now, one thing that's different there is that you would check your mirrors, but they're not smart riders. They're not in class with us, everybody. They're not in class with us. Okay? Now, you could be a smart rider and become an even smarter driver by paying attention in here. Make sure you hit that like button. But that's why things like this happen. So once you understand that, instead of just kind of recognizing it, you understand it. This right here, what happened like that, you'll start to see it over and over and over and over and over again. Just like if you're looking to buy a red minivan for your family and you start looking it up on the internet, all of a sudden you start seeing red minivans out on the road. So how about you start looking for patterns, and now you start seeing patterns out on the road? Let's use our brain power to focus on things like this and find it and actively find it, so that when you're out in the road, it just naturally appears in front of you and you know what to do. So, good job on this rider for swerving out of the way last second. Well, it's as last as you can do. It was really good. One thing I would change is make sure you wear full gear. It looks like he has a backpack on. Maybe he's going to class. The thing is, gear will hopefully save your life just in case something bad happens. Okay? Wear gear. We have links in the description for some beginner gear. Grab some, please. Good job on this rider. See, we're going to watch it right now because Randy's rides.
Plus situation, and who unfortunately had a
35 and a 50.
Self-avoiding.
Okay, so you're the same thing. We're looking over, right? We looked over to switch lanes because that person was going slow, just like what happened in the previous video. But here's a road surface hazard that we're going to go ahead and bounce up and over, just like in MSF class. And we're going to switch over. Look how far up he went. He got bucked up a little bit. All right. So I do have a video on this on MTC, Motorcycle Training Concepts. It is our other channel, which is all training. So I would pull over and check my rims. I would check my rims, check my tires, make sure no fork oil is leaking out. Oh, got some damage. Got a little bit of damage. All right, let's go back just a little bit. See, free cookies, we watch it and then we talk about it. All right? Here. So the problem here is 35 and 50, right?
And here we have a bike in a hopeless situation, and who unfortunately...
So 35 and a 50. Let's take a quick look at this pattern. We're now in this situation. Look at big open lane, everybody. Big open lane. Oh, what's happening over here? Oh, this guy's going slow for me. I'm going to go ahead and switch into this big open lane. Now, this person's a smart rider, Randy's rides. What did he do? He checked his mirrors, did a head check. The van driver didn't do that, but it's the same concept. Big open lane, somebody in front slowing us down. We don't like it. We're going to switch over. So we should anticipate a van or a car doing the same thing if we're in this lane and anticipate they won't see us. All right, so we got that. So we're going to switch over. Now, we got a line of sight problem because of the van, right? We can't see around the van. So we did a head check. Came up on us quick. Just happened. Just so happened. The factor of looking away, the factor of a road surface hazard, just so happened to be at the right spot. Nothing you can do, really. Now, as soon as you see this, try your best to swerve. Okay? You can still make it happen, but what happens typically? Target fixation. We started looking at it, we're like, oh no, what's going on? Right? So the best we could possibly do in this situation is blip that throttle. If we're gonna hit it, we're gonna hit it, right? Blip that throttle to raise that front end just a little bit. We're not doing a wheelie, it's just to get a little bit of weight off that front end. And then lift your butt up. We have an interactive class, everybody. So pay attention. So I'm riding, right? I'm gonna lift my butt up a little bit. All right? Lift it up. Because you don't want that, you don't want the back end of the bike to hit you. Okay? So lift it up, have a little suspension. All right? I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Skies out, thighs out. There you go. He did good though, but watch, he got hit. The tail end of his bike hit him. You can see it. You can see him standing up. And that right there is what happens when the tail end hits you and bucks you up. Anybody in the back of a truck before? Anybody sit in the back of a truck and somebody hit a bump? Same concept. So lift your butt up and use your legs as a suspension. Thankfully, he didn't fly over. Holy crap. Yeah, so pull over, check your rim, check your tires, everything. And the back of buses. Remember as a kid? Here we go. Lane filtering. Okay. Whoa. Hey, there's that pattern. There's that pattern we talk about. I'm not even going to go back. I want you to write in the comments, write in the chat what that pattern was. I'm not even going to go back to it. You guys should know this by now. Pop quiz. All right, class? Write it down. Grab a slice of pizza. Write it in the comments. Write it in the chat what that pattern was. Moving on. Not even going to check. All answers are correct. Not even going to check. Everyone gets extra credit. Part of being a smart rider is acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment, so make sure you grab yourself a jacket just like this one from RevZilla using the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, it helps me out, no extra cost to you. Plus it lets RevZilla know that the DDiff crew is pretty badass and they actually grab some gear. Anyways, click that link, I'll see you soon. Here we go. Moving on with Ride Out TV. Blind corner, side of the vehicle, so that means there is an intersection, possible path of travels in that area. Be very careful. Okay, so we're moving on. We got sun to our back, so I'm just naming some factors here. We're going a little bit okay. We're going okay. Whoa, backing on up. Okay, that was weird. Nice little editing. Anticipate stuff like that to happen inside a residential area, okay? So Glenn Osborne with the $2.99, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nice little thumbs up to you. There it is. So right here we're traveling. And what I like to tell you guys is anticipate. That's an intersection. That's an intersection. I think we got an open area right there. That's an intersection. So these are all areas that things can come out and get us. Now, right now, with our good visual acuity, you don't see any sides of the vehicles. So that means there's no path of travel violation possibilities right there. But you should still anticipate it. You should still be going into orange stage, everybody. Orange stage is right there up on the screen, on the wall over there. Specifically identified interest, focus, threat, perceived a threat, ready to act. So residential areas like this, areas with lots of different traffic, definitely go into orange stage. Just be prepped. Roll off the throttle a little bit. Maybe cover the brakes. Find escape paths. That's what you want to be doing. So now we're getting through here, and we see a side of the vehicle. And it's pretty hard to see. Thankfully, it's a van. You can see it a little bit over the hedges. But what is the one thing that you noticed? Let's go back just a little bit more. And I wanted to point out this one thing, okay? When you go and see this part, so pay attention. We're cheating right now. We're cheating. So here, let's go ahead and look. This is the area, okay? So we got a red roof, one building, this building, okay? So it's 3 buildings together. Pay attention to this. So I'm going to go back 5 seconds. I want you to now look for it. Look for that van. And I want you to point out, write it in the comments, the one thing that you recognized right away. So look for the van. It's going to come up right about here. Look for the van, look for the van. What did you notice? Now, what did you notice? Do it one more time. So we're coming up. Now we're going to get to where the van is. There's the van, there's the van, there's the van, there's the van. And now we're here. What is the top of the cab? The reversing? Movement. Heavy Harris. Cheater. Heavy Harris is a cheater. MSF rider coach. Look at that. Movement. Movement, everybody. Our eyes recognize movement. Side of the vehicle too. Yeah, that's the thing. Our eyes recognize movement. Our eyes recognize lights. So when you start to see side of the vehicle and sides of anything and movement, get prepped and ready. So let's look at it one more time. You start to see the movement. The movement caught your eye. The movement caught your eye. And you're able to see it that far back. Okay? The movement is going to catch our eyes. And that's what's going to be allowing us to see these patterns quicker and quicker and quicker. Okay? So pay attention to the movements. Pay attention to things moving. People that wear camouflage and sit still, you can't see them. But as soon as the camouflage person starts moving, you can see them. Right? Which, by the way, everybody, join the Discord. It's absolutely free. We have 8,000 people in there. Join up. So Millie 707, good staggering. Okay, no. Oh, no. It's all right. I already called it. There's a no buenos. Okay. So that's why we stagger. Now, that's one of the problems. When assuming what's happening. And so what happened completely? Well, the person in front of the person. So I'm going to say this right here. This person that goes into this person. The person in front of this person, which is this person. I keep saying this person, but they switch spots. So what's happening is they're going to be like, oh, he's right in front of me. I got to stay staggered. So I move over here. Oh, stay staggered. I got to move over here. So there was a change in the staggering. Okay. And that can be pretty scary. You have to kind of know what to do. You have to start looking where you want to go. So got right in front of him. And he's going to switch sides. So right now, let's go ahead and cross out this. They're staggered, right? These people right here are staggered now. That's correct, right? Yes, it is correct. And there should be a way, or there is a way to switch positions if people switch. So if somebody, now why did this person switch and all that stuff? It could be maybe one person up ahead took off. You know, they're like, I'm done for the day. I'm good. So then now that leaves a gap, and you got to start switching back into it. So let's go ahead and do this. If somebody, let's make it a little bit easier. Let's go over here. Do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's say this person leaves. Now we have an issue with this rider and this rider not staggered, right? So what happened here was this rider moved over here to stay staggered. The problem is the person behind decided to come up, and that's what happened. So we have to start riding our own ride when it comes to this, and we have to start using logic and not just stick to the systems. It's like, oh, I gotta stay staggered. I gotta go back into the staggered formation. No, ride your own ride. It's like, yes, I need to be in a staggered formation for what's the reason? Because now you can swerve left and right and not hit anybody. So let me go ahead and check and make sure nobody's in that position and then you go ahead and go. There was no head checks. There was just a simple follow the leader type thing. So what's happening here is more than likely this rider is like, well, I'm going to get into this staggered formation. I'm going to get in between these two riders right here, and now it's staggered. But it's massive confusion. There's no communication, and this is where it's really important to look and to even talk to each other using your Cardo Pack Talk Bold. Okay, this is one thing I love about my system, or the Cardo system. So we're going to get up into here, and he's going to switch over. So these two people, specifically this one, didn't do what they're supposed to do. They didn't look. And then this one didn't maintain their spot. Okay? Because this person right here decided to go up in front. What do you think we as the camera person have to do now? We have to switch. So there's just so much confusion. So ride your own ride. Find the position. Do hand signals. Look where you need to go. And you can prevent this. Thankfully, nothing bad happened. They saw it last second, and no one got hurt. But this is definitely a miscommunication and a group riding hazard. So always make sure you're looking where you need to go when you switch lanes and everything, okay? Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live. So make sure you check that out. But if you want to check out some other things like this video right here, or this video right here, please do so. It supports the channel. Click that like button, by the way. Check into class. Anyways, I'll be seeing you around.